From the Indian side, Ujwal Nikam, he's been special public prosecutor in the 2611 case. Nobody knows the 2611 case as well as he does. And taking him on from the Pakistani side tonight is Arif Chaudhry, senior advocate at the Supreme Court of Pakistan. He's joining us live from Islamabad. Arif Chaudhry there. And also from the Pakistani side, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao and Brigadier Javed Hussain. Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao is joining us tonight from our studios in London. And from the Indian side, Maruf Raza, consulting editor Times Now, India's most trusted voice in strategic affairs, and General G.D. Bakshi. And joining us for a debut appearance on the Newshour tonight is retired Major General R.K. Malhotra, defense expert. Earlier, he has been with the National Security Council as officer on special duty. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, let's begin. What is this farce, Arif Chaudhry? It's not even a bad joke. This is not a simple judicial process. How can the 2611 executor get bail in 24 hours after applying for bail on a day when not a single lawyer was present? I mean, even if you have any self-respect, you should not allow something like this to happen. Arif Chaudhry, justify it.
My dear, the way you are portraying all this scene is like, you know, the Pakistani government has full control over the judiciary.
Of course you do. You're supposed to have a prosecution. You're supposed to have a prosecution that works.
Is this the way you don't allow me to complete what I want to say?
No, I always counter
Basically,
people. I'm countering you. You can reply.
No, but let me complete. You know, whatever you want to counter, you have the rights. But at least let me complete what I want to say. My basic theme here is that, you know, first of all, it is only a bail. And, you know, we have to see all the perspectives, you know, how the bail was granted. Because, you know, even when I came to know about this bail, I asked the prosecutor. He told me that, you know, he was also shocked because 75% of evidence, prosecution evidence, has already been completed. Only 25% is left. So there is no reason why. Yeah.
So you also are shocked, I presume.
You know,
no, 1 second. So you are also shocked. You are also embarrassed, and I presume, Arif Chaudhry, you are also a little ashamed. I hope you are a little ashamed about what has happened in Pakistan today.
Because listen, this is the way you put a thing. You know, I want to be very honest about things, but you are always very biased on things. You know.
Sir, the 2611 executor has been let out on bail.
First of all, no, you have to listen. First of all, it's only a bail.
What do you mean only a bail? Have you seen the charge sheet against Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi? What do you mean only a bail? Have you seen the mountain of evidence against him? Do you know about their involvement in the 2611 trial? The charge sheet was not filed by me or by Ujwal Nikam, was it? It was filed by you. It was a charge sheet filed by you. Your own investigating agency has accused the man of masterminding the Mumbai terrorist attack. Did an Indian politician file that, or was that? No, 1 second. What do you mean only a bail?
If you want to get
Ujwal Nikam. No, I want the Indian lawyer to counter you. Ujwal Nikam, Arif Chaudhry.
But I have not.
Sir, I find it offensive when you say only a bail. What do you mean only a bail?
I have always condemned this style. I don't like this. You know, you don't allow others to complete.
Sir, you hear the other side.
Even. You have no respect.
No, Mr. Chaudhry, I have a lot of respect for you.
If I am here and you don't allow me, please.
Mr. Chaudhry, I just want you to hear Ujwal Nikam's point of view. So watch. Mr. Chaudhry, just hear the Indian point of view.
You better speak whatever you want to say.
No, Mr. Arif Chaudhry, I just want you to.
I am saying that, you know, this is only a bit.
Mr. Chaudhry, I just
What is this? I really don't understand, you know.
Mr. Chaudhry.
I have been appearing all over the world, but, you know, in the media. But whenever I encounter you and I come to this channel, I really wonder, you know, you don't allow, you have certain preconceived notions.
No, there's no
and you want to get all those,
what
you know,
preconceived notions
confirmation
can I have?
from others.
No, what preconceived notions can I have? You know that we have, don't you? I am giving my country's point of view to you.
You know, are you crazy?
Mr. Chaudhry, I am giving my country's point of view to you.
Style? Listen, on Samjhota Express attack, So far, if you have courage to listen, so far you have not even filed the challan.
Again you are wrong.
The challan has not been submitted
Again
in
you are wrong.
case.
No,
again you are wrong.
Sorry, Mr. Arnab, I would like to
again,
intervene.
no, Mr. Chaudhry, Ujwal Nikam is Ujwal Nikam from Mumbai.
How Mr. Chaudhry can make a statement that is the only question of bail. Mr. Chaudhry wants to say that by releasing the bail, nothing is going to happen and nothing has happened. Mr. Chaudhary, let me tell you very frankly.
Why are you shouting?
Why
are you shouting? There should be
I'm not shouting.
Laughing matter for us.
This is my
if
tone.
you want to, if you
Because
want,
it is a sensitive matter for us.
is this your tone?
My dear, we are not fighting.
Your tone,
we would like to tell you the position.
No, but then allow me.
It's my regular tone.
If
this
you are
is
not
not
fighting.
regular.
Why are
I'm
you?
not raising my voice.
My second question is, why are you interfering? Why are you interfering with what I want to?
I'm not interfering. Mr. Arnab had asked me to extract the tell what is the position. Because you had opened the word, it's a question of the only bail. That is very disgusting. I'm surprised to see. I'm surprised to make your statement.
You are surprised.
It's a question of only bail. Sorry,
please let me explain. Hold on. If you are a rational person, please hold on.
All right.
Let me complete my.
I'm a rational.
But you are such.
Your word has pinched me. It's a question of bail. Therefore, I have intervened. I will not have intervened.
Okay, watch it. We'll give 1 minute. Watch it. We won't waste time. We will give 1 minute to Arif Chaudhry to complete his point. Right? But Mr. Chaudhry, before you make your point, I just want to add one thing. One thing to you, just think about it. One thing I want to tell you. Today, if I tell you, 135 of your children were killed in Peshawar. And if somebody tells you that another country caught the head of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Taliban and gave him bail, how would you react? How would you react if you knew about it?
Listen.
Now, how would you react?
Listen.
You know the gravity of what you've done today. Don't you understand that? Or do you feel things only when Pakistani blood is spilled? Please speak.
Should I talk now?
No, please speak. Yeah, please speak. I just needed to put it in perspective.
Yeah. What else you want to add, please put it. But then don't interfere. Because, when you interrupt, whole thing which I want to explain, that is interrupted. And, I can't explain to the audience, to the viewers. So basically, this bail application which was moved and the way it has been decided, the government wants to take this matter and, to the higher court. And, we are all watching all this stuff. Because, today we were under such a big shock. For yesterday's event, what happened, our children have been killed. And, you don't try to understand where we are right now. But the problem is that judiciary and rule of law, basically, these are things where we don't have any control. If these are military courts, then the general could sit and ask.
Okay. Now we have spent 15 minutes. I've heard you, Arif Chaudhry. But now you must let Ujwal Nikam respond. Ujwal Nikam from Mumbai. Responding to you from Mumbai is Ujwal Nikam.
Monologue. It should instead of.
Sir, you have spoken for 15 minutes. Not one of the other panelists has spoken. It is certainly not a monologue by anyone except you. So please let Ujwal Nikam respond.
It will be the whole. At the end of the day, calculate.
Let me tell you very frankly. Mr. Chaudhary, please listen. Mr. Chaudhary, please listen. Mr. Chaudhary, please listen. Mr. Arnab, I must tell you very frankly, I am not today surprised at all by this order of granting bail to the mastermind Lakhvi, because I am following this case very closely, not only closely here in India, but also I had visited Pakistan, Islamabad. I had a lot of discussion with the Pakistani Home Ministry as well as the Pakistan Prosecuting Agency. Let me tell you three disturbing factors. The first factor is Lakhvi has not been charged for criminal conspiracy for the killing of 166 persons, though I have specifically pointed out to the Pakistan Special Public Prosecutor Zulfikar Ali, who was later on shot dead by the terrorists after our returning back to India. The first thing, why he was not charged, that is a question of fact. Secondly, when there was a boycott of lawyers, why the special public prosecutor of this case did remain absent, whether he did remain absent with the notice or without notice to the Pakistan government, and what Pakistan government has taken action against him.
No, the Pakistan government organized this.
All these questions are really very serious questions.
Let me tell you, Arnab, let me tell you the other factor also.
And the government has to
Arnab, let me tell you very frankly, what evidence we have collected against Lakhvi. Lakhvi, I have heard very carefully the statement of Lakhvi's lawyer that it is in hearsay evidence. This is all bullshit. In fact, we have given voluminous evidence against Lakhvi. Not only that, but you see, according to the Pakistan law, let me tell you frankly, Mr. Chaudhry also, according to the Pakistan law, a judicial confession given by an accused outside Pakistan is admissible in their court in that trial.
Yes, it is.
The Judicial Commission of Pakistan was sent to in Mumbai, and they have recorded the evidence of a magistrate who had recorded the judicial. Mr. Chaudhary, please listen. Chaudhary, I must raise now voice. I heard you very carefully, calmly. You are deliberately interfering and intervening in my now speech. Please listen. Please listen, Mr. Chaudhary. I heard you very peacefully and fully. Now you would like to unnecessarily intervene. You have also ground to counter me. Now, therefore, the Lakhvi's lawyer had cross-examined the magistrate who had recorded a confession. Ajmal Kasav has given the detailed role of the all Lakhvi as well as the Hafiz side. Pakistan, that judicial commission has tendered that entire evidence in Pakistan court. What Pakistan authority has done?
Nothing.
In fact, I pointed out that whatever you have charged, all these terrorists, that is on petty charges, and that too in their individual capacity. How can Lakhvi be held responsible and liable for the death of hundreds?
So how did it happen is the question. 1 second, Ujwal Nikam in his opening remarks.
This is an artificial, it has been managed show.
Yes.
They are adopting a double standard.
Yes, and we are saying so on
Taliban
times now.
And the terrorists who attack India.
Oh, we are saying so on times now. 1 second, now I'm going to the other Pakistani case, the other Indian prosecutors.
No.
1 minute, Arif Chaudhary, 1 minute. There are other Pakistani panelists also, please 1 minute. Now I just want to share one fact. Why are you doing this is the question that Brigadier Javed Hussain and Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao as reasonable people should think about. 1 second, this will hurt you.
Very serious protest against this style, and this is what I told those guys who was inviting me, that at least ask the second person.
Mr. Chaudhary, now I will. Mr. Chaudhary, I have one thing to tell you. I have one thing to tell you. जरा मेरी बात सुन लीजिए. अगर आपसे डिबेट नहीं किया जाता, if you are not able to counter facts or with facts, don't get personal with me. Ujwal Nikam is countering you on fact. You are only complaining.
बात जो है लघव है, absurd है. आप ये डिबेट का तरीकेकार है.
आप मुझे बताइए कि आप लॉयर हैं. What do you know about the law? Do you know?
सांस फुला के इतनी बात कर रहे हैं और ये कह रहे हैं you don't. If you just hold on,
Mr. Arif Chaudhary, there are 4 other panelists. उनको भी समय देना पड़ेगा. Because I need to ask Brigadier Javed Hussain and Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao.
Not allow anybody.
Tell me, Brigadier Hussain. Tell me, Brigadier Hussain, will you feel good when Lakhvi and Hafiz Saeed get together to carry out another terror attack? Another 26/11, will it make you feel better as a country or as a Pakistani citizen that you are spawning such snakes in your backyard and freeing them at will?
Can I speak without being interrupted? Now, if you are not going to interrupt me, I'll be grateful. I just want to start by saying that this fellow Lakhvi, or whatever his full name.
Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi, Operations Commander of the Lashkar-e-Toiba.
Regardless of what he is, this Lakhvi fellow, he has been given bail. He has not been acquitted. Ultimately, if the case against him is proved, then he will probably meet the same fate as those Taliban terrorists on the death row.
Why has he been given bail?
That is-
Why was the bail granted
No, yeah.
even as witnesses had been produced before the court by the prosecution during the previous hearing and that the witnesses identified the
Sun le
accused?
bhai,
No,
sun le.
why was it done?
Sun le bhai, sun
No, why
le.
was it? No, show me. No, sunne
Aram,
bhai
aram
nahi.
se.
I'm asking you a logical question. Is all that you can say sunne bhai?
आराम से सुनो.
नहीं नहीं आप मेरी बात सुनिए
आराम से
आप
सुनो
मेरी
भाई,
बात सुनिए
आराम
आराम से सुनिए ब्रिगेडियर हुसैन
आप मेरी
आपको
बात सुन ही नहीं रहे हैं।
आपको
फिर से
अगर
आप
गुस्सा
सवाल
है
क्यों
अपने
पूछते
कंट्री
हैं?
के सिस्टम के साथ तो हमारे पर मत उठाइए मगर आपको अगर गुस्सा है कि आपके
तो
देश में ये
आपको
सब
कोई
हो रहा है
गुस्सा
तो
नहीं
अपने देश
दिखाया।
के अपने वतन के लोगों पर वो गुस्सा उठाइए आप मुझे बताइए
जनाब अर्नाब साहब,
सब आप मेरी बात सुनिए ब्रिगेडियर
आप
साहब
बात करने देंगे कि नहीं करने
You
देंगे?
tell me, you have allowed a
अगर
declared
आप चाहते हैं
international
कि मैं
terrorist to
खामोश
walk
रहूं,
out on bail.
तो फिर मैं खामोश रहूंगा.
नहीं खामोश नहीं आप point by
You
point
want me
rebut
to
कीजिए.
carry on or not?
You rebut me. Why was he given bail when witnesses had been produced before the court by the prosecution during the previous hearing?
You haven't given me enough time.
That's the only complaint you
Answer
have.
this question.
Okay, we give you endless time. Answer the question.
Shall I answer this question?
You keep saying,
Or
shall I?
keep
A
quiet?
person who
What
has
do
an
you want?
answer does not take
You
so
want
much
to-
time. Brigadier General
You want
Malhotra
to
is
impose your opinion? If you want to impose your opinion, then this is no debate.
Sir, you have not
If
been
you
able
want
to
me to
answer my
participate
question.
in the debate,
you heard
why
what
waste time arguing?
He
Just
said
give me a
75%
minute
of the evidence
and then
is
you can
wrong.
rebut
We
me.
have found nothing.
General Malhotra, 1 second. General Malhotra,
have-
1 second. We'll give 1 more minute to Brigadier Hussain. Let's see if he
Okay.
can answer.
Okay, I'll keep quiet. Go ahead.
Maruf, I'll come
Carry
to you.
on.
Maruf, I'll come to you.
Carry
No,
on
go
with
ahead.
the debate.
No, go ahead.
Carry on imposing your opinion on
No,
everyone.
imposing my opinion.
Especially
I am
from
asking-
Pakistan.
I am asking
This is
you.
no debate.
I am asking you to justify what you've
You
done.
ask me a question,
So here's
you
your
didn't give
time.
me time to answer that
Your
question.
time starts now. Continue.
What kind of anchoring is this?
Sir, don't
You are
question
a
what kind
moderator.
of anchor I am.
You are
I'm
not
asking you to
moderating.
answer my question.
You are participating. You are the leader of the Indian panel here.
Fine, I am an Indian.
You want to
I am
impose
asking you a
yourself on
question.
everybody
Answer my
else.
question.
You asked me a question and I was trying to answer that question.
So you please
you
answer.
don't give me this bloody chance.
Please answer.
I have told you that he has not been acquitted. Number one. Number two, you mentioned that this fellow and that other side fellow, they are going to carry, what will happen if they carry out another Mumbai type operation? This is what the Taliban want. I'm not talking of these. This is what the Taliban want.
Okay.
They want to provoke a war between India and Pakistan to save their skin in the tribal areas and in Afghanistan. So don't fall into the trap. They will do it and they will blame it on Lashkar-e-Taiba or Jamaat-ud-Dawa or whatever. So the fact is
Rubbish.
that the army is going after all the terrorists and all those who can harm the interests of Pakistan.
What
are
about
going
the
to be
interests of India?
taken
Maruf
out.
Raza responding to you.
Are going to be
After
taken
that,
out
General Malhotra.
regardless of who they are.
Sir, let Maruf
Regardless
come
of
in.
who they are.
Sir, Maruf
where they
is
are
coming in now.
in
Brigadier, you've
Pakistan.
answered. Maruf.
Brigadier Saab.
Now,
Maruf, please.
Last point.
Maruf,
Brigadier
Saab,
Saab,
Your permission.
Brigadier Saab. Brigadier.
Last point.
Brigadier.
Maruf, last point. Maruf, last point. With your permission. Last
Quickly,
point.
sir.
Last point
Quickly,
is...
sir.
Sorry?
Continue.
Quickly, sir.
All right. Go ahead, Naruf. I'll come back after you.
I think that Brigadier missed his point. Maruf.
Okay. Arnab, I just want to make 4 quick points. The first is Brigadier's contention that the Taliban is also operating on Pakistan's east side. There's no evidence available as yet of it. The Lashkar-e-Toiba had been, after the 26/11 attacks, had shifted its bases towards the Afpak region and they were there referred to as Punjabi Taliban. I don't think the Taliban, which is operating in the Afpak region, is operating in the Punjab side.
It's very much Lashkar-e-Toiba territory. But more importantly, 3 points which don't come up for discussion. The 26/11 attacks were actually masterminded by General Khayani well before they were launched, when he was DG ISI, and when he moved on to become Army Chief after Musharraf appointed him Army Chief, he did not keep General Pasha in the loop. So when Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi was put into Adiala Jail on the 7th of December 2008, General Pasha, the then DG ISI, was the first person who went to meet him and told him that do not disclose ISI's links with the Lashkar-e-Toiba. And the Lashkar-e-Toiba wanted to take full responsibility for this operation because they thought this was their coming out party and wanted to take over Al-Qaeda's mantle. And therefore, Lakhvi and the ISI fell apart for a while, but he holds so many secrets of the ISI that the ISI don't want him prosecuted, and that will expose and embarrass the entire military establishment for their role in 26/11. Now, whether people deny it in Pakistan or not, there is enough evidence of that. The second point is Pakistan's legal system does not provide any witness protection. Its forensic systems are poor. And therefore, anybody wanting to come out and give witness against Lakhvi and others is likely to get shot dead or at least be hounded for a long time. And therefore, the evidence that is provided in the courts is so selective by the military establishment that there's no way, in my understanding, in the next decade or more, that you can nail Hafiz Saeed or Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi for their role in 26/11 because the ISI itself was involved. So please understand that there is a whole military establishment and the ISI which is an arm of that, which is operating contrary to whatever promises.
Let's get everyone back on the screen.
Nawaz Sharif.
Maruf.
Nawaz Sharif and the moderates are on one side, and the hardliners are on one side.
Maruf, on this side.
We have to. And this is my last important point, Ornab. My last important point. Instead of asking the courts in Pakistan to penalize and punish the perpetrators of 26/11, India has to raise the anti-internationally against the Pakistani military establishment if we want results. Otherwise, just waiting for the courts to deliver where judges run away after giving judgment is not going to serve any purpose.
Do you feel, haven't you learnt the lesson, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, that when you keep terrorists hidden like thieves, or when you make them escape from jail on bail like thieves? Why like thieves? चोरों की तरह क्यों आप अपने इन टेररिस्टों को, आतंकवादियों को बेल देते हैं जब एक लॉयर भी नहीं होता है आपके देश में पेश होने के लिए उनके लिए या उनके खिलाफ? Tell me, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao, why does your country behave like thieves? Your army generals behave like thieves. If you have the courage to take this man out openly, take him out openly. Declare him a free man. Remove the case against him. But why do you do this like thieves? Yes, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao. Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao.
First of all, Arnab, I saw the Peshawar incident reactions in India, and I was very pleased the way we saw the response on the media, that the schools were observing silences, the politicians, the prominent people were all, sympathizing. Then I heard about this incident today. I do understand the sensitivity of India, but now let's look at the wholesome game.
What sensitivity from India? No, I want you. Why do you think we are being sensitive? Let me ask you.
Okay.
You tell me, why do you think we are being sensitive? Then General Bakshi and General Malhotra will respond.
You're correct on that. I mean, if you find somebody who, in your opinion, is responsible for all that in Bombay in November 2008, and definitely, I can understand.
One second. If Mullah Fazlullah was in India, 1 second, which is not, hypothetical situation. If Mullah Fazlullah was caught by us somewhere, brought to India, and we had freedom, how would you have reacted? How would you have reacted?
Would have been the same. I agree with you.
What is the point of agreeing with me? You have set him free. How would you react if Mullah Fazlullah was given bail?
That, we would have been very hurt. And
And what would you have done? And what would you have done?
We would have protested.
Would you have protested, or would you have found your way to eliminate Mullah Fazlullah on your own? Would a self-respecting country do that? We had faith in you. We put faith in you for 2,400 days. You did nothing. And now, like thieves, you have made this man get out on bail on a day when there is a lawyer's strike. Please justify it tonight. Abid Rao, you come on this program and justify many indefensible things for the Pakistanis. I want you to justify this tonight. All of India is watching you. Justify it.
I want you to look at the whole picture.
What picture? I looked at the whole picture day before yesterday.
So.
I shared your pain. You responded like
Yes.
this.
I would like to raise one point.
No, General Malhotra is responding, please. General Malhotra, Ujwal Nikam before that. Ujwal Nikam. Yes, Ujwal Nikam.
Arnab, I would like to raise one valid point.
Yeah.
Really, what Mr. Brigadier Hussain says, that it's a question of only bail. I don't agree with this, because the moment Lakhvi is released on the bail, other witnesses won't come forward in the Pakistan court to depose.
Yes.
Now, secondly, what the Pakistan authorities have said, we will make a move for cancellation of bail. Let me tell you, Arnab, the principles governing the bail in India and Pakistan are same. The principle for cancellation of bail are stricter than the bail for granting. That is principle for granting the bail. Now, why? My basic question is, if at all that Pakistan is being surprised by today's the order of granting bail to Lakhvi, then why Pakistan authority immediately approached to the same court or to the higher court for obtaining stay? Because the petition for cancellation of bail will take
They don't have an answer.
And by that time, Lakhvi will be released on the bail.
They don't have an answer tonight.
This is all managed. I would say it is a managed stage show. I am rather constrained to say this. What Pakistan authorities have an answer?
The worst.
I'll ask for 1 minute from London.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arnab, just give me 1 minute. Look, when I say the whole picture, I mean, look at what the militancy has come, and both governments, unfortunately, have fallen victim, India and Pakistan.
No, 1 second.
To militancy in the religious groups. The hatred that was generated during 47 and even before that, unfortunately, the political parties could not resolve. It got resolved on religious grounds.
We've been telling you that
And
for
that
years.
hatred continues to come.
We've been telling you that for years. You've been the ones who mocked us.
There were
Sir, 1 second. Sir, all of this does not hold. Sir, 1 second. All of this does not hold. No, it does not hold. And I'll tell you why it does not hold. Because when we told you about 2611, when we told you about the children who died, when we told you about the 10-year-old Devika who entered the witness box in crutches to identify a 10-year-old Indian girl. 1 second, sir. A 10-year-old Indian girl identified Ajmal Kasav in court. A 10-year-old Indian girl.
The Hindu extremists.
Sir, a 10-year-old Indian girl identified Ajmal Kasav in court, and you refused to recognize it.
Muslims back into Hinduism. Because
sir,
in his opinion, they were all Hindus.
Sir, you don't even have the sagacity to understand the wisdom and depth of our democracy. General Malhotra.
Here is an intent.
I am not digressing. I am talking about...
General Malhotra is coming in from Delhi.
We are unfortunately getting involved in the narrative.
Operate openly.
General Malhotra.
You see, unfortunately, you are confusing the issue because narrative suits Pakistan. They would go about debating on narrative and ifs and buts. But what matters today is an intent. It's a defining moment for Pakistan. If Pakistan realizes that here is a moment where India is with them, the region is with them, the people of Pakistan is with the leaders, the army of Pakistan is with the leaders, political leaders, and yet that intent, what you see is, you still go back again to the good Taliban and bad Taliban. So how do you ever believe Pakistan?
No, we are not.
Now you're talking, and I heard in the show just now, the Pakistani gentleman telling me that 75% of the 75% of the evidence has finished, and we find enough reason to give that guy a bail. That shows what you're going to do. Because otherwise, if 75% of the evidence had been produced, you had Kasav, who's already been hung, you have Headley, who's already been held, and yet with the same evidence, you feel he can be granted bail. You always know what the government is wanting to do.
I agree with you. General Malhotra.
To avoid this blame game.
That you look at
there are a lot of these Indian characters who are famous in Pakistan for these activities in Fata area and Balochistan.
No, sir.
Those names have been given to
Sir, I am warning you about one thing, sir. 1 second. We have the depth of our grief for the way in which those 135 children have been killed knows no bounds. But I can tell you, sir, after 2611,
I appreciate
sir, 1 minute. Sir, after 2611, our patience is on a thin edge. Yesterday, Hafiz Saeed, Maruf, I'm coming to you. Yesterday, Hafiz Saeed has threatened another series of terrorist attacks on India. Openly, it has been played on your television. Yesterday, Hafiz Saeed has promised terrorist strikes in India. Today, his number 2 man has been given bail within 24 hours. So, and your army generals know that. In your country, nothing moves without the army. Do you want a terror attack on India to divert attention of the Pakistanis from the problems in your own country? And if that terror attack were to happen, do you take responsibility for the follow-up action that India will carry out on your country? Because our patience has run out, sir. General Bakshi.
With India.
Sir, this is very serious. Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi getting out is very serious. General Bakshi.
Arnab, I would like to point out that this is not an error. This is not an odd coincidence.
No, it's not.
It is not just a matter of bad timing. It is deliberate, premeditated. We have the threats by Mr. Hafiz Saeed.
Yesterday.
Spewing his venom on the streets, trying to blame India for something which the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has owned up to.
Yeah.
Fazlullah has said that he had ordered his men only to shoot the elder children, not the younger. Despite this overwhelming evidence, despite the FIR that has been lodged, which blames Fazlullah and his group, here is Hafiz Saeed trying to shift the blame to India. And pronto, the next day, the ISI gets the operational mastermind of the Lashkar-e-Toiba out of his so-called prison. A prison from where he has fathered a child. That is the level of what his incarceration is. And that is what I would like to point out. Please, let us not look for some kind of errors here, for which people say, oh, this was just a matter of bad timing. This is an error of
intent.
This
is strategy.
Here is the threats made to target India, and the next day the operational chief of the Lashkar-e-Toiba, who masterminded the last major mass casualty strike, is set free. There is supposed to be very conveniently a strike of lawyers. The prosecution does not present its case.
General Bakshi, you know why he's been allowed to go out?
Arnab, let me finish.
No, you know why he's been allowed to go out?
Because he has to plan
Exactly.
the next attack.
Exactly. So that he can plan his next series of attacks on India. That is the only reason. And Arif Chaudhry, I am glad that you are listening now. The fact is...
That is what I'm saying.
No, Arif Chaudhry.
I'm very upset that you are not listening and you are not allowing any participation from Pakistani side.
Arif Chaudhry, we can waste time. We can waste time on that. I have a question. You give an answer.
Please hold on. Let me tell you something. You don't know that bail, there is no concept of stay order in a bail granting order.
Oh God.
The government,
what are you doing, sir, with your own law?
No concept.
Sir, you are a lawyer. Don't you know the law?
Oh God,
don't you know the law?
Can you refer to
the question of intent,
relevant section of bail?
Procedure.
And moreover, your style is so snobbish and so biased.
Okay, Arif Chaudhry.
One-sided debate.
Arif Chaudhry, the people of India are watching.
Either you call General Malhotra, General Bakshi, you don't allow our side even to...
Arif Chaudhry, I have 2 questions for you. You answer me. No. Instead of getting into this tutu meh, why don't you answer 2 questions?
We all are concerned about it.
I have not made a single personal comment on you.
Nobody is a sympathizer with these Taliban.
Okay, you are a lawyer. Answer like a lawyer. Now, Arif Chaudhry, answer like a lawyer. Listen to my question. Mera sawal sun lijiye, Arif Chaudhry sahab.
An accusing game. Why don't you have the courage to even stop for a minute? You don't have the courage.
Again, you're going
now you calculate the time. This is not for the first time. This has always been happening whenever there is a debate. You call, invite us. You just let us start, and then you don't let us complete anything. And otherwise, if we really mean business and we are here to,
I think you're wasting time. So I think you're wasting time, sir. I don't think you want to answer a question. I don't think you want to answer a question. So I throw this question at the other panelists. Maruf, I think Arif Chaudhry is wasting time. No, that's not. I mean, come on, be serious about it. Serious debate. You have your Pakistani panelists today who are admitting you made a mistake. You are the only person in the world who will justify what happened.
You have no right to do that.
Sir, आरिफ चौधरी, as per the Protection of Pakistan Act, सुन लीजिए, अगर मेरी बात सुनेंगे तो आप पाकिस्तानी लॉ के बारे में कुछ सीखेंगे.
I tell you, because
Arif Chaudhry,
you have no right, no courtesy.
Arif Chaudhry, if you listen to me, you will learn a little bit of your law.
And then, but you see
Arif
the
Saab,
time
please
you
don't.
spend on
Arif Saab.
your own people, and you allow your journalists.
You see the own.
and you don't allow
Look at the sum total of. Okay, I asked the viewer tonight if any Pakistani is watching tonight.
And
Even if some Pakistani is watching tonight, ask yourself if Arif Chaudhry is answering any question. Arif Chaudhry साहब, आप please ऐसा ना करें, आप अपने आप को पूरा expose कर रहे हैं. As per the Protection of Pakistan Act, something you introduced to combat terror, the burden of proof rests on the accused.
एक सेकंड, अभी खामोश हो जाए.
Burden of proof rests on the accused as per the Protection of Pakistan Act.
खामोश हो जाए. अगर आप होस्ट हैं तो आपको 1 मिनट के लिए खामोशी तो करनी चाहिए. मैं आपको ये अर्ज करूं कि ये मुझे सिर्फ 1 मिनट दीजिए. हम में से there is nobody who supports Lakhvi or this bail granting order. We all are perturbed. And we are watching this situation. It happened today.
Maruf will respond.
Naturally, government has to
You see, this is what irritates us. This is what irritates us. We don't want you to be perturbed. We want you to act. Maruf Raza responding from Delhi. Maruf Raza, please. Maruf Raza. Now I'll have to reduce your volume. I'm going to Maruf Raza next. Maruf. No, watch it. Maruf.
Arif Saab.
Maruf Raza.
Arif Saab, please. Arif Saab, please.
बोलिए मारूफ.
I mean, we've heard you, but let Arif Saab.
Go ahead, Maruf.
Let me quote today.
Can I come in?
There are 3 eminent Pakistanis. Arif Saab, there are 3 eminent Pakistanis who've written in today's Indian Express. One is Beena Sarwar, one is Hussain Haqqani, and one is Khalid Ahmed. And sir, please hear me out. Arif Saab, you are giving us lectures on manners. Why don't you keep quiet for a minute?
Nobody does it.
Please let us speak.
Go ahead, Maruf.
You have wasted precious time of this debate by teaching us etiquette.
It is your media. It is your control.
Can you let us speak?
You want to play with
We've
us.
got your lessons on manners.
If you want to disrespect us, it is up to you.
What I'm trying to tell you that please hear me out. Arif Saab, please hear me out. What I'm saying is your 3 eminent Pakistanis have written in the Indian Express today, Hussain Haqqani, Beena Sarwar and Khalid Ahmed, all have said 2 things. One is that it has taken Pakistan 60 years to cultivate this whole philosophy where they could use terror as an extension of policy. And though there are moderates in the intellectual circle, like people like yourself, like Air Marshal Abid Rao and Brigadier Javed Hussain and others, who may not, sir, hear me out. Sir, hear me out. They're moderates. I'm agreeing with you. Sir, will you hear me out? No, Mr. Arif, can you hear me out? I will not let you speak. Arif Saab, I will not let you speak. You will have to hear me out. No, Arif Saab, you will have to hear me out. You will have to hear me. नहीं Arif Saab, आप सुनिए. आप सुनिए थोड़ा. 2 मिनट चुप होके सुनिए.
I don't want to speak. Okay.
आप 2 मिनट चुप होके सुनिए. मैं आपको ये कह रहा हूं कि आपके खुद के इंटेलेक्चुअल्स ये टेररिस्ट को नहीं सपोर्ट करते हैं. But there is a nexus between the intelligence agencies and people like Lashkar-e-Toiba leaders like Hafiz Saeed and Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi, which is a known fact which even Pakistanis admit in writing. And this nexus can only break when the new narrative is adopted by Pakistan, wherein those who criticize this nexus are also given enough space in your medium, in your media, and in your discourse. What is happening right now, anybody who opposes this tryst between terror and the military is called anti-national. And you all have to collectively confront that devil that is there existing in your system. That's the only point I'm trying to make.
Maruf, sorry to break this to you, but Mr. Khan left during this debate. Clearly it appears to be, see, this is the problem. And I hope Abid Rao, General Bakshi, I'm coming to you. I hope Abid Rao and Brigadier Hussain understand what is going on. Sir, we know the Pakistani law, and Brigadier Hussain, you tell me. The Protection of Pakistan Act makes a provision for those who have committed acts of terrorism as per the laws of the country where that act has been committed. So India has charged Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi for waging a war against the Indian state. So as per your own law, at least your own law, which you should respect, Lakhvi, who has committed an act of terror under Indian law, is liable. This is your law. This is your law.
Oh, Karnap, can I come in?
Yes, please.
Okay, thanks. You see, the first thing, I want all the Indians to know that when 26/11 happened, everyone felt bad about it, felt very sad. If a similar thing had happened in Afghanistan,
Except the
in
ISI.
Except
Pakistan,
the ISI.
that was the kind of
Except
feeling
the ISI,
everyone
sir.
had. Innocent men, women and children were gunned down. No one condones that in Pakistan. And I'm not shedding crocodile tears.
The
I
ISI
really
does, sir.
empathize with them. It could have been me, could have been my family. So don't
Sir, we don't
we
want
really
your sympathy.
appreciate the gesture. We really appreciate India's gesture in response to this.
But this is how you
tragedy
pay us back.
that occurred in Peshawar. Now the second point is, if the Indian government is not satisfied with the prosecution, it should ask Pakistan to raise the level. Take it to the High Court. Take it to the Supreme Court after that.
Sir, then take him back to jail
It is
tomorrow.
not
No, one second.
presently-
In that case, the question is... No, deny the bail
if the
tomorrow.
lower court-
No, lower court. Then you
if
must
the
put
lower
Lakhvi
court-
back in jail tomorrow.
yaar.
You must appeal against the bail, and if your judicial system has any validity and is not flawed and
Yeah,
discriminatory,
appeal.
Lakhvi should be back in jail
Let the
tomorrow.
government of India...
Let
the government of India appeal.
Sir, what government of...
But
you have a
raise the
judicial
level.
system? Sir, 1 second. Don't you have a judicial system in your country?
Judicial system is what it is.
Sir, I'm sorry.
The lower judiciary, according to you, has not been able to deliver.
Sir, witnesses and
Okay.
prosecution
If
have
it
repeatedly
has not
cited
delivered,
concerns.
raise the level.
Sir, witnesses are threatened. Prosecution is
I
threatened.
mean, it's just like,
Sir,
if I'm not satisfied with the behavior of Arnab Goswami, I will go to the
Javed, can I-
Sir, this
managing
is-
director or chief executive of
Yeah,
Times Now.
Yeah, one
of
second.
Times of India.
Sir, please.
So, raise the level.
Sir, the Protection of Pakistan Act makes a special provision for security to witnesses and prosecutors. You don't heed that in
Whatever
this
the
case.
standard of the lower judiciary,
Sir, please.
I can assure you,
General Bakshi.
the higher judiciary
will
will deal with the problem
that you are
on
doing-
the basis.
Brigadier
Yes,
Javed,
please,
can
Zak-
I kindly...
Yeah,
Brigadier
General Bakshi.
Javed,
You, 90%
General Bakshi.
of the evidence is already with Pakistan.
General Bakshi.
Let the higher judiciary examine it
Your
and
highest
come to a
judiciary,
conclusion.
Your highest judiciary is a joke of a judiciary.
Brigadier-
Your highest
And
judiciary is a
last
flawed
point.
judiciary. It is a
Hold
discriminating
on.
judiciary.
Last, General Bakshi,
Javed, can I kindly
Bakshi,
intervene?
with your permission, sir, last point. My
Yeah.
last point is that you just mentioned that Lashkar-e-Tayyaba is going to orchestrate another operation in India. You think the Pakistan Army High Command is so naive as to permit those people to carry out another?
No, please.
Never.
Oh, last time, who
Never,
allowed Kargil?
never.
Who allowed
Never.
Kargil? Did the Pakistani army have the courage to take back the bodies after orchestrating that?
Presently,
You-
the army,
What
as
present-
I mentioned in your last
Sir, you-
program,
Sir,
the better
Sir,
part
man
of the
said-
army
Sir, the man-
is committed
What's a General Bakshi is
wipe out
responding.
the scourge of
General Bakshi.
Taliban.
General Bakshi is responding.
Not
General
one
Bakshi.
person will remain
General
alive.
Bakshi.
Javed, Brigadier
General
Javed.
Bakshi.
If the war is to be carried
Okay, Brigadier
into
Javed,
Afghanistan,
I want you.
it
Can I
will
reply
be.
now?
General
They will
Bakshi.
be taken out.
Yes, General
in
Bakshi.
Okay, Brigadier
Afghanistan.
Javed, can
They
I
will be
reply
taken
now?
out. All
hot
those
pursuit
who are
is the
taken
only
as
option.
Brigadier
separatists
Javed, I
in
would like to
Balochistan
kindly
will be
remind
taken
you.
out
I
in
would like to
Afghanistan.
remind you, Brigadier Javed,
Keep
can you
this in
please
mind.
hear? Brigadier
Yes, sir.
Javed, now kindly give me a chance to reply. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Brigadier
The
Javed,
floor is
I would
yours.
like to remind you that just 10 days ago, the Lashkar-e-Toiba the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Hizbul Mujahideen Tanzeems launched a major terrorist offensive in Jammu and Kashmir. In one day, 21 Indian citizens were killed.
He knows
Which included about 8 soldiers and 2 policemen. Now, you are telling me that the Pakistan army will not permit. I ask you, who allowed this? Number one. Number two, Brigadier Javed, the problem is with the reputation that your judicial system has acquired. Please don't forget that when the killers of Tasir was brought into the court, the lawyers threw rose petals on him. And one of those lawyers who showered rose petals on the assassin of the Governor Tasir is now the judge who is carrying out his trial. What faith would you expect the world to have in such a judicial system which is seen to be so biased towards a particular ideology? I'm sorry, that, Brigadier Javed, is the problem. That is the problem. You have to carry a lot more credibility with the world to tell us that your judicial system can be trusted to deliver and has no ideological stances and biases, where lawyers throw rose petals. Lawyers throw rose petals on the assassins of a governor. How much faith do you expect the rest of the world to have in that judicial system? I would like your answer.
Whatever you think about the judicial system, raise the level. The higher judiciary is
what
different.
limit? What limit? Brigadier Hussain, now I need to tell you, I need to share a fact with you, Brigadier Hussain. The Pakistani army chief, one second, Brigadier Hussain, General Malhotra is responding.
There's nothing
No, 1 second. General Malhotra is responding.
Level.
Sir, I'll tell you one thing. General Malhotra, before you respond, with your permission, I would like to tell Brigadier Hussain.
India and Indians would like to believe you. Brigadier Hussain, India and Indians would like to believe you. Unfortunately, your Prime Minister says something and you do something very different. Your Defense Minister goes and gives a statement on television abroad and you do something quite different. I wish we could believe you. But what you are saying is, we will continue to do what you are doing and you take up this issue at a level which is higher. Why can't you be right?
General Malhotra,
everything else.
General Malhotra, Brigadier Hussain
right
is only
from 1947.
General Malhotra, Brigadier Hussain knows the fact. Brigadier Hussain knows generals in Pakistan and the army chief have the gumption to warn the judiciary. The only country in the world where, short of abusing the judiciary, the army chief has done nothing. Short of abusing the judiciary. In 2012, this army chief had the gumption to tell the judiciary, be careful, don't you dare cross the line. Because when the judiciary pulled up the army for interference in politics, your army chiefs give lectures to the judiciary on how they should conduct themselves. You are a farce of a nation. You are a banana republic. And now you are allowing these terrorists to come out on bail. I don't know what consequence you want, General Brigadier Hussain.
You can call us.
But truly,
you can call us anything.
Sir, truly.
Banana Republic, Apple Republic,
Sir, truly.
Potato Republic, call it anything.
Well,
you still have to deal with Pakistan.
Well, we will deal with
Pakistan. Use this moment to improve yourself.
Pakistan.
And we
You're
will.
a big country.
I am saying here is the moment where you have India's
Don't be
sympathy.
small-minded.
For God's sake,
by this kind of talk, you are exposing yourself.
Brigadier Hussain,
if you do not wish to do this,
Brigadier Hussain,
you still have to deal with Pakistan.
Brigadier Hussain,
whatever you may call
Brigadier Hussain, you subvert the law.
We are wanting to help you to help yourself, but you do not wish to do that. Unfortunately, here is a moment which you need to capture. But what you are saying is, we will not change, we are on a self-destruct mode, we will do what you want. This is not right. And for your own good, for the good of your people, for the good of your future, you need to change and grab this opportunity
gentlemen,
to change. You have to change your DNA. Because if you don't do this...
can I comment?
No, we are short of time, but one thing I'd say at the end. One thing, General Bakshi and Maroof, that this is a subversion of morality of a kind no Indian can accept. Zakiur Rehman Lakhvi is today a free man. Yesterday, Hafiz Saeed threatened terror attacks on India. Today, his deputy is a free man. Is Pakistan prepared for the consequences of another terror attack organized by the Lashkar? That question goes to every Pakistani army officer tonight. Thank you for watching debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.